One league, we spent like countless hours in like just practicing, and it means a lot when we win or lose. In terms of piano, it's a different set of emotions because it's kind of a way for me to get out of the game and kind of just relax and relieve stress.
Hey guys, Parks Owsley here, joined by Biofrost of Counterlogic Gaming. Congratulations. This is your first time in 2018 with a winning record. So congratulations on that. We've got you at 3-2 now. And you're looking pretty strong, I would say, just kind of based on the last season. I think you look a lot better. What is the team morale like after the long off season? You know, trying to work on some stuff. You kept the same roster. How are things going?
I think people are generally pretty motivated to improve and play the best that they can. Of course, we didn't have the best record last split, so people are like taking that as a learning opportunity and try to play a lot better this split. So with the past couple of weeks, we've been just trying to, I guess, think of things as like a learning mentality. And even if we end up losing a lot, we still try to think of the positives. And overall, we have a good environment for that.
Awesome. And with your almost run to actually making the playoffs at the very end of the season, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys after that. I was pretty bummed just because it would have been such a cool story to see, you know, all season kind of struggling and then at the very end pull it together. How much of kind of like how much were you able to get away from that and reset before you got back into grinding and kind of working on these problems?
I think after the long off season, it was like a long period of time because if you don't make playoffs, there's a very long break. When we got back into the groove of things, it felt like we were starting all over again because there was such a long break, and we didn't really carry any of the momentum from that like little run that we had. But I think the most important thing was us learning from that entire split as a whole and just trying to figure out what works for us and figuring out what doesn't work for us. In terms of that, I think we improved a lot because of that unfortunate experience. But so far, the split has been going well. Ideally, we don't have to do like a miracle run again to make it to playoffs and have a much smoother path to playoffs. So we're just kind of taking things one step at a time.
Well, it definitely would have been fun to see, but it's good. I'm glad you got kind of a reset. Do you feel like there was too much time? I think a lot of people have just mentioned that after a month off, they're already bored, and then there's still a whole other month left to go.
Yeah, I think we had like almost 3 months off, which is a very long time, especially because, you know, this is our job. And if we don't have this, then we're pretty much not really doing anything back at home. So I went on like vacation for a pretty long time. Ideally, we would have made playoffs, so then our break wouldn't have been that long, but it is what it is. I think the break could have been shorter, but we kind of had our own part in that.
Yeah, for sure. And so something that I know you guys had last year, and I imagine you still have, is a kind of a like a mental health coach, someone who kind of helps you out, break down what you're doing, and you know maybe communicate more clearly. Is that something that you are still using, and was that something that was helpful in the off season?
We still have Summer, but she's right now on maternity leave, so she hasn't been helping us. But we've taken her like values and the teachings that she gave us into like heart, and we still use them. Of course, right now we're taking a more technical approach to things because we don't have Summer, so we're just focusing on purely like gameplay and strategy.
Cool. Well, congratulations to her. That's exciting. And okay, so another thing I wanted to ask. You guys just put out your most recent episode, and it was about you and playing the piano and how it was something that you did a lot as a kid. And you said when things got really stressful last year on TSM, you bought a piano and you used it a lot to kind of calm down or reset maybe daily. How much are you still using that? And was that kind of still a helpful thing for you this past season?
I still play the piano from time to time, but I don't play it as much, but I still try to play at least like a couple minutes every day. I think it's turned into like not just stress relief, but it's something that I enjoy doing. If you learn a song for like a couple of weeks, then you kind of see your progress with it, and it's very rewarding. And when you actually are able to finish playing a song, it feels very good. it's also a nice thing to do if you ever at like someone's place or they have a piano and then you play a song. It's nice at parties, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. So there are kind of some similarities then in the grinding and the working and figuring things out with that in League then.
Yeah, there's definitely similarities in that where you kind of have to go inch by inch. In piano, you learn like every like measure, like you go one measure and then another, and then it's just very slow. And a lot of the times it's very boring. But after like maybe you look back after a week and you're like, wow, I actually learned so much.
And I understand Darshan also is very musical. Do you guys ever play together at all, or do you is that something that you like to keep to yourself?
No, there's no boy band action going. We kind of just keep to ourselves. I mean, I have the piano at my house, so there's no piano at our workplace, so I can only play at home.
All right. Well, that would be really fun. So if you ever want to grace us with a boy band or a duo or something, I'm sure we would all love that. So you also talked about it being an emotional thing, which I'm curious to know is, I think for a lot of players, League is a very emotional thing. And then for some players, it's not as much. But I think it's kind of clear to see, you know, like when you see Faker up there at Worlds with his head in his hands, or Reckless, or all of those, like there's very obvious emotion being shown. And so I feel like, you know, for most people, it's like that to some extent. I'm curious, what is the difference for you in doing something different and calling that emotional rather than League?
Well, in League, we spent like countless hours in like just practicing, and it means a lot when we win or lose. In terms of piano, it's a different set of emotions because it's kind of a way for me to get out of the game and kind of just relax and relieve stress. So it's kind of like I don't know, some people watch TV shows. I watch TV shows as well, but I also play the piano, and it definitely helps me like keep calm. And then when I go back to the game, I can focus on it completely.
Cool. I like that. That's fun. Awesome. Well, thank you. And then also, did you know Wild Turtle is apparently trying to learn keyboard as well?
Yeah, he actually messaged me on like what piano I bought, and then I was like, I bought this piano, but I never knew like if he was still working at it. So it's nice to hear that he's learning an instrument. Yeah,
I just think it's fun that, you know, one of your old AD carries is learning this thing as well. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Before we go, I'm going to challenge you to a best of one in rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens. I don't have any prizes for the winner, so maybe if you beat me, I'll think of something. But are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, and we will see y'all next time. Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please check out more up above, to the right, and to the left. Please subscribe to our channel as well. Leave a like and comment below. Let us know what you liked about the video. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again.